Okay, my question is for you, Jimmy. Where did the story come from? How did it generate? Because it's a lot of fun. These radically different turkeys from different sides of the
It originated with two writers named Strauss and Stern. They had the original concept and went through a couple of different versions, and then Scott Mosier and I picked it up and wrote the screenplay that's there now. That's pretty much it. No agenda, nothing like that. Just like a great idea about, just a really fantastic premise about, you know, what would happen if two turkeys got access to a time machine, and there's a lot to work with there.
Hi guys. My question actually is for all of you. I wanted to ask you what your favorite Thanksgiving memory is. Is there any particular dish you're well known for at Thanksgiving, or any like dramatic things that happen during a Thanksgiving dinner?
Lots of Thanksgiving memories. We would always have a football game on Thanksgiving that would lead to a lot of arguments, and the cowboy game was always on Thanksgiving. And favorite, my mom's stuffing for the turkey. That's pretty good. The cranberry sauce. Apple pie. You guys want to? You guys orphans?
I was going to say that Thanksgiving was designed for families to come together and watch football and argue.
Yeah. Well, that we accomplished that.
Amy?
Oh, well, I've started a new thing with my kids where we watch a movie on Thanksgiving that we've never seen before. That's always fun, to show your kids movies that you know.
Like one of yours? Or?
Yeah, only mine.
That's good. We're just pulling from this pile here.
You want to watch E.T.? No.
So would they be like 30s or 40s movies? Or?
I wish, but like last year we watched the original Willy Wonka on Thanksgiving, which is great, and so maybe this year we'll watch Freebirds. Yeah, either that or
what are your Thanksgiving memories?
Yeah, you know, the thing I remember most about Thanksgiving was after I'd moved to New York, so I would come back to Thanksgiving come back for Thanksgiving to where we were living in Lebanon, Ohio, where my mom still lives. And we would just have the best time. No, I don't remember much on it. I can't fake this.
No arguing.
Well, speaking of watching movies with your kids, this is obviously a family-friendly movie. So those of you with kids, like, how important is it to do a project that you can share with your family versus like other things that perhaps they're not age appropriate for?
It's nice. It's nice to be able to, you know, to work on something that you can, you know, I got to show them some of the art from the film, and they were really into it, which is really cool. And they like the idea of like a buddy adventure. I have two young boys, so they really like the idea of these guys like traveling together. It speaks to them certainly, and I think it's nice to be able to, because most time they're really disinterested in what you do, like most kids. Hopefully.
Yeah, this is the first movie I've done that my kids can watch, so even the 20-year-old. But no, you know, the cool thing was I asked McConaughey, my little 7-year-old rascal, the other day. I asked her what her favorite movie was, not trying to lead her toward anything, and I was really wanting to know what is your favorite movie, and she goes, Freebirds. Really? You know the way to my heart. You're going to get dessert.
I should point out she's also your publicist.
Keep it in-house.
Okay, Woody and Owen, you did accomplish a really great buddy movie vibe in this, you guys did, and you weren't in a room together. So was that a little weird for you guys to not be in the room together recording? I assume you weren't.
We're in the room together, all together too much.
Oh,
but not
in life.
this room.
In
no,
life.
we weren't.
Oh.
No,
was that weird?
We did it the first session together, but then it was just like we're not in the same place at the same time.
Was that just hard?
No. He'd do something really funny, and then I'd try to respond.
But we did have some sessions, a couple sessions together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the
Very early.
yeah, if there was any more magic in those sessions where we were together than the ones where we were apart.
I remember being hung over and all the magic coming from your corner.
Toronto. Yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
But I think so much of it comes from them doing improvisational work on the spot too, and blending it together too. So.
Cool.
And this guy likes to have the last word, so sometimes it's best maybe not to have him there in the room with me.
I don't know what you mean by that. You can have the last word anytime.
This movie is heavily filled with vegetarian ideology. How many of you have turned to vegetarianism or veganism after empathizing or sympathizing with the turkeys in the story?
I don't know that it is. I wasn't thinking that when I, wanted to play a turkey, a jive turkey, that it was a vegan ideology. I think, I think it was more just kind of a funny idea for these guys to be kind of traveling back in time. But, we could just as easily have been playing soybeans traveling to Japan to get tofu out of miso. I just thought turkeys were funnier than soybeans.
Well, and also when it comes to your turkeys, usually with animated films, we see a little bit of the person in the character that's been drawn. Did you see them as these turkeys, and did you see yourselves as the turkeys?
I did see some of myself. It was uncomfortable.
The glutes and the pecs for Woody, for sure, right?
Well, I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you brought it.
Turkeys aren't very good-looking animals. They're pretty ugly. So, the difficulty was designing characters that looked so they could execute what they needed to do in the movie, but still be appealing to look at. And I don't think I see much turkey resemblance in either of these guys.
Okay. I wonder, Amy, Owen, Woody, did you think that you were really playing turkeys when you did this? Did you get into we hear at the beginning that turkeys are dumb, and so did you have a biography of each turkey that you play a thing? And Amy, they go back to 1621. Are you a wild turkey? And they're domesticated turkey?
This is all the amount of dramaturg I should have done before I started. But no, it was fun to play someone who is part of a flock, which is what my character kind of focuses on. The idea of that you can't do it alone. It's important to stick together. Those are universal themes that feel like ones I understand, I guess. So that was fun to play. And I think that character, Jenny, is not dumb at all. She's just really quite smart.
She's a leader, too.
She is a leader, yes. She gets the speech.
And what about her eye problem? Was that always in the script, or was that something you came
that
up
was
with?
in the script. Yeah, that was in the script.
We actually put it in and took it out and put it back in.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that.
This is a question for Woody. We've talked several times through the years, and one of the things was about a healthy lifestyle. I just want to return back to the idea that we were talking about vegetarian. Does it make you personally gratified? This is a two-part question. Does it make you personally gratified that something that you actually live on a daily basis, you're putting in a film? Because kids can be so influenced by these. They see the movies 100 times. So I could see a kid going, "I'm not eating turkey this year." And I think that's a good thing.
Well, no, I don't really. I'd sooner eat turkey than pizza. So I'm not so sure. I better stop right there.
Okay. The second part of the question is three very funny people together, and I have a feeling that Jimmy was kind of relieved that you all weren't in the studio at the same time together. But when you guys did get together, did you know each other before? Was there anything that surprised you about each one? What do you
I was surprised. Owen does take this stuff very seriously. So the first session he came and he was all in feathers. And he had the thing, what do you call it?
The waddle.
Yeah, the waddle.
The waddle.
That was weird, the waddle.
The snood.
He takes it seriously, very, very seriously.
What's the snood? The snood's the rubber thing that hangs off the side of the beak. I don't know if it means they're mad or happy, depending on what side.
They're single or they're married. That's what it is.
It's a snood.
So in the film, Reggie's kind of an outcast with his whole clan. So was there ever a time in your life where you felt like an outcast?
I think just actually my name, I remember as a kid, you want to kind of fit in, and there weren't many other kids named Owen. And that was always the first rule I would have in the neighborhood when we'd play a game, is that you had to have a new name for the game. And mine was always Jim Johnson. And so I think every kid can kind of relate to that.
It's not too late to
I will never call him anything but Jim.
Yeah, that's it.
Jim Johnson was happening. That's it. JJ, buddy.
Wow.
Hi. So if you could travel back in time, what time period would you go back to? A historical time period. And if you could change anything, what would you change?
Would we have to go back?
I was going to say, I would just go back to last night and get more sleep. Is that short-sighted? I should probably think bigger.
You feel later like you wasted your God.
Is that too short-sighted? Or, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the time period that Owen went back to in Midnight in Paris. That was a good era. It'd be nice to run into Henry Miller too, some other fun people.
Yeah, that would be a good one. This is probably like my inner 12-year-old, but I think about dinosaurs and Custer's Last Stand. Like wanting to see some action.
2 eras where he wouldn't fare too well.
Yeah,
Him running around in a singlet with a club, running for his life.
Safely from like a dugout, just watching. What was happening? Yeah.
Jimmy, you've primarily done animation, but you also did Jonah Hex. Do you plan on traveling back out into or outside of animation anytime soon?
I plan on just making stories and making movies that I'm stoked on. Really, just anything that is something that is exciting and interesting to me artistically in any way. That's what I'm interested in doing. So, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah.
It might be a record next.
Was it tough to get these 3? I mean, these are big stars.
I mean, these guys came as a set.
We were there. We were there. Our good buddy Tom Kartsotis is the guy who owns Real Effects, and so we were in this from the beginning.
Yep.
And Amy, you came
I remember
in.
being excited when you signed on. That seemed like, wow. It's going to elevate us. At least that character. Yeah.
Oh no! I mean, I had never gotten a chance to work with either one of these guys before, and I'd worked with Jimmy on Horton Hears a Who.
That's right.
And we did Horton Hears a Who together, and we had a great time, and really enjoyed. Did you just say who? Shit. On Horton's on First, and we had a really good time working together. So I was excited about the chance to get to do it again for sure.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Cassandra. I'm 14, and I have a question for you guys. If you could use the time machine and travel back to a moment in your life, what moment would you like to relive?
Ooh. Relive.
Whoa.
From a 14-year-old.
Yeah, relive.
Yeah. Birth?
Take it all the way.
Total this guy. Be there. Hey. But you know, talking like you talk now, you know, he just. Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
I was at a dog run once and I threw 2 tennis balls up in the air and my lab caught them both in his mouth and everybody clapped. I'd like to see that again.
But have your phone out this time.
Yeah.
Amy,
Post it.
you have the most unexpected back. Like last night for sleep, and then the time I play balls in my dog, you get 2 big opportunities.
I'm shooting too small.
Next question.
This is primarily for Jimmy. When making a children's movie that's based around actual events, semi-based around, do you ever feel that you have to balance being both entertaining and educational, specifically when it's for children?
I think with this picture, we obviously led more with entertainment than anything. I think that's why we put a disclaimer at the beginning, a funny disclaimer at the beginning of George K. But I think, you know, we didn't set out to make it super educational. That wasn't the idea. I mean, not that we were trying to teach kids the wrong things, but I think, you know, we didn't feel like I think we felt a real responsibility to make an entertaining, heartwarming picture with a good message. Like a message about the flock and togetherness, and you're part of something bigger than yourself is probably the most educational part of it. I think that that's an opportunity rather than trying to teach kids about history and stuff like that. That's what school's for. We do the pictures, you know. Maybe that's the wrong answer, but I think that there is a real message in the movie that's really important, that applies to like all people, that has, you know, that's more important than dates and times and stuff like that.
One friend? Right here?
Hi. I'm a mom of a little one, and I know you all have children as well. What age do you think this would be appropriate for? And I have a second question, a follow-up. Without giving anything away, do you all predict a sharp increase in sales in the food delivery business around the holidays?
I would think from about age, my son's almost 3, and he was watching a clip the other day that we were showing, and he seemed really to love it. So I would think from, you know, 2.9 all the way up to...
I need more specifics.
up to teenagers.
You think they'll be asking for pizza at Thanksgiving is my question, really.
Ford probably will. Both.
I feel like that's a trend now anyway.
Turkey pizza, there you go.
Yeah, turkey pizza.
Pizza the night before.
Yeah, I feel like Thanksgiving now is like expanded to a lot of other dishes on that day, right? Or then you get real revolutionary, you don't eat it all.
Whoa. Fasting. We're fasting this year. Good times. Football, arguing, and no food.
That's a terrible combination.
That's awful. Have fun.
I think that says it all, doesn't it? I mean, we've got football, arguments, food, turkey. Thank you so much. I mean, you did. It's a fun movie, opening November 1st. And it's got heart, it's got humor, and it's got these 3. What more do you want, right? Right. November 1st. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.